It's round 4 of 11 in Season 2 of Tier 2 in the Exotic Racing Series. We're in Singapore. It's kind of raining. It's kind of dry. People are starting on dry tires. What's going to happen in this, well, 31 laps around this 5.1 kilometers, 3.1 mile, 23 corners, 14 to the left, 9 to the right, 3 DRS zones, but really only 1 to overtake. That's from turn 5 to turn 7. Finsick is our pole sitter ahead of Michi. Championship leader Protocol is not in this race, so second place Spicy and third place Britain can catch up to the point deficit. They are only 4 points and 5 points respectively behind Protocol, so the gap is not that huge, and they both definitely have a chance. But we'll wait for all 5 lights to go out here. It's been mixed conditions. It's been a really chaotic start already, as Boneless gets a jump start from P3. That is unfortunate, but we go racing in Singapore. It's a really short run towards turn 1, and someone is already losing it. It's the Renault of Psycho, and he's down the inside of prison now. Finsick negotiates it well, but Michi, I think no, Boneless has to cut the corner. They're going 3 wide. Oh, this is Ocon and Perez all over again with the Racing Point touching each other almost. Well, they have Spicy in between them actually. There was 3 wide into turn 2. And now Finsick leading already by 1.3 seconds over Michi. And then Psycho is now P3 ahead of Spicy, who's ahead of Crico. Britain has also jumped up a few positions into P6. And Boneless, after the jump start and going wide into turn 1, he's now been pushed out by Lars. Oh, this is getting argy-bargy between the Racing Point and the Williams. Neither wants to let go of this position, and Lars puts Boneless in the wall. He didn't leave Boneless any space on the inside, and that surely would have been damage for Boneless. And this is the car park into the hairpin. Everyone is trying to find space. They're going about 6 wide here into the hairpin. It is still Boneless, and now with Luca going side by side down the back straight, and then behind them Flava and Koto going side by side. And Boneless has now lost his right front end play by crashing into the rear end of Luca. Flava, meanwhile, took advantage of that and moved up into P9. So a terrible, terrible start for Boneless, who started from P3, now has a drive-through penalty and has to change his front wing. And now is down to P10. What's happened? It's Psycho! Psycho is spun coming out of the final corner and dropped down from P3. And Boneless Cheese, just to add insult onto injury, he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. This is chaos here in Singapore. Ramadan, meanwhile, is struggling to pass Jordan because Jordan is literally drifting everywhere on his hard tires. This is not working for Jordan at all. He dropped down to P15 and now being passed by a recovering Psycho. It's Spicy leading from Crico, from Brizzer, from Lars, who has spun. Coming out of the hairpin, onto the back straight, Lars has spun and lost part of his front wing. So he has dropped down from P6 all the way to P12. Nick, however, breaks too deep and sliding the rears out as Luca has made a mistake as Flava goes down his inside and Koto puts his nose in as well. And they're going now side by side through this part of the circuit that you really shouldn't go side by side. They're all sliding everywhere. And Koto just about gets past Luca. Meanwhile, behind them, Nick and Kibakuro is also closing in as Michi pits. Why did he pit? What tires? No, Michi is changing the front wing and putting on a set of medium tires. So both Racing Points have had a shocking as Britain dives down the inside of Crico. And now Kibakuro has finally passed Nick, going around the outside of turn 7. That's going to turn 8, I beg your pardon. That's going to be a brave move for the Red Bull driver. They seem to also have made slight contact on the exit, but it's all fine. I don't think anyone had damage. So Kibakuro from P17 is up to P8. And no, Spicy has a trouble. Spicy has his trouble. Now Crico has tapped the wall. And Spicy has spun. This is... what are they doing? Leading by 10 seconds. And they're going too wide. Oh!
Spicy missed his braking point and tried to evade prison.
And Flava pushes Spicy into prison almost. And now, what is happening here? Spicy is still down the inside of prison. And he just about leaves enough space on the outside. There's a yellow flag as the Kibakuro passes Luca. They're still side by side between Brizzer and Spicy. Is anyone going to pit as Koto completely cuts turn 19 because there's nowhere to go?
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there.
And look at Key Buckler. He's already on the back of this train. Spicy has made a mistake. And he has dropped down from P2 all the way down to P5. But nobody's pitting as Mitch has passed Pucci into P15 after his pit stop. But Koto taking a really weird line through the final corner. He can't find any traction under these treacherous conditions. This interchangeable condition here as Key Buckler has all the pace in the world. In this, crossover period, just as I say that, he's almost going to lose it coming out of turn 3. But what an exit from Koto compared to Spicy, who is yet again struggling on those soft tires. And Koto on the medium tires after starting from P12, he's up to P5. And now it will be multi-21 for Key Buckler because he is so much faster compared to Spicy, but he has literally 0% overtake already. And he's going to have a terrible day. Coming afterwards is Nick dives Luca. And Kriko has spun. Kriko has spun coming out of turn 7 right in front of them. But there was contact between Nick and Luca, who both went wide through turn 7. What is going on? So it looks brilliant for Racing Point at one stage. They started from P2 to P3. But it's the Alfa Romeo who are the Constructors' Championship leader, I believe, that are currently only 1-2. But Flava is clearly quicker than Britain. He's on those fresh medium tires compared to Britain's old soft tires. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Through turn 18, they both leave each other space. And coming out of the corner, it's still Britain leading Flava. But those soft tires, after degrading and also in these treacherous conditions...
Spun out.
Yeah, he spun again. And Finsick is pitting. What tires is he putting on? Dries or wets? Spicy is also dropping down. That's because he's pitting. Finsick's put on a set of medium tires. So it's not wet enough. But it's not dry enough either. He is in front.
Flava hit Brisbane off. No.
That is a penalty. Surely he's now going to try to slow down to let Brisbane retake his position. Now, if you overtake him into turn 7, that's also illegal. But I think, yeah, Flava has not used his overtake and backed out of it.
Jordan Finsick had contact. George spun out because of it.
And he got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Finsick. And Flava and Brisbane are fighting again. They're going side by side and Key Buckler is right so behind the pair of them. And now Mitchie passes Luca around the outside of turn 14. So Mitch is up to P6. Flava trying the different line. Trying to go to the inside of Brisbane. But he's unable to do so. And I think Key Buckler has the overtake bug because his overtake is always on as Brisbane crashed into the wall. And now Key Buckler crashed into Brisbane. They're going side by side through turn 20 and Key Buckler makes full advantage and they're all spinning out like fishtails. And Brisbane surely now has to pit. He's not the back of time by going on with this very old set of soft tires. 6 maybe between Brisbane, Abstract and Psycho, but Psycho clearly faster than Abstract, who is on the hard tires. Is he? Yes, he is.
Yes,
that's
he
why.
is, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Psycho is so much faster. Abstract is still using his overtake, but it's to no use at all because the mediums are so much better compared to the hard. P4 and P6 respectively. As Baron Revenant, where are you? You're in the hairpin.
Someone just spun. Yeah.
Yeah, Revenant is stuck in the hairpin. He must went too deep.
And Keygas has major wing damage. He just spun out on his own.
So he is in P16 and struggling. This is still chaotic situation as Psycho now, after passing Abstract, is already onto the back of Brisbane, who's also put on a set of hards. And Psycho literally passes him with ease because of the tire compound difference. So Psycho has moved himself up into P10 and effective P6. As Mitchie now is right on the back of Key Buckler. However, if Mitchie wins this race, he's going to be the effective championship leader even if he's a reserve. Oh, no, Key Buckler. I mean, he was pitting. He took way too much speed into the pits and he had to steer out of the pit lane entry and he almost crashed into the pass of Mitchie. It's now surely going to be moving to turn 1. Flava steps rears out, but yes, Mitchie goes faster by 1 second. And he goes down the inside of Flava, couldn't make the move. Meanwhile, Finsick has passed Nick because Nick is into the pits. The track is now drying because the rain dots on my screen has dropped off. Spicy just went 3 seconds faster than Mitchie. The track is evoluting at a rate of using his overtake, trying to go around the outside of Revenant, who doesn't have his left front end plate. So this should be an easy move. Down the inside goes Britain. Revenant is going to try to head around the outside, but to no avail. And now Key Buckler once again taking full advantage of the pass. And now moving up into P9 is the Red Bull driver. There's a spin again for one of the McLarens. It is Pucci again, who's now being lapped by, or about to be lapped. As Spicy now passes last into the back straight. What a move from Spicy. He's definitely now regained his confidence, regained his traction, regained everything. Abstract may have a chance as well.
Finsick is really catching up now.
Yeah, Michi is being held up by Flava and couldn't find a way through. That's the nature of this Singapore track. If you're using 9-11 wings or something like that, you just can't make an overtake. And Finsick is about to get within DRS range of Michi. He's still out by a little bit, as Flava now also gets a penalty. And Finsick goes fastest with a 140.5, and Michi goes wide through the final corner. Finsick using his last ounce of overtake, and so is Michi. Down the inside goes Michi. Is he finally going to make it? Flava turns C! And Finsick backs out of it. This is helping Spicy now to close up onto the back of this track. Spicy incidentally has now stretched away from last by over a second, so last doesn't have overtake or DRS, I should beg your pardon, to use. And now they're going, and Michi is down the inside of Flava, and Finsick is looking down the inside as well. Flava is going to close the door. They both span wheels a little bit. Flava is still on the inside. He's not going to relinquish this position, but Finsick just about has the car switch around the outside. Goes Finsick. That is crucial for the Alfa Romeo driver to not get held up by the Ferrari of Flava. And now Finsick is in the boxing seat here. He maybe want to fight it out. Someone spun. That's Spicy! Oh my goodness! Second place in the championship. Has front wing damage. Has spun. And now he's down bad. He's lost 10 seconds. Michi is in the pits. Spicy surely has to pit as well. And Spicy now gets
I thought he missed the pit entry first.
Yeah, because of the front wing damage, he's going to get understeer, and that give him a penalty as well. This set, can Nick go to the end? Surely he's going to go to the end on 17 laps then, as he drives past Nick, drives past Key Buckle.
That was crucial there.
Yep, and now Nick dives down the inside of... Flava has tapped Nick. And now Nick is still around the outside of Key Buckle and makes the move stick. Flava is now going to try to look down the inside of Key Buckle. Flava has put on a set of hards. He doesn't think the medium can go to the end for 17 laps. Now he's passed Luca. He's passed 3 cars in 1 lap. And that was his out lap. That is his pace. And Finsick responds. Finsick knows he has to respond now. After only going on by 10 laps on the same set of mediums, he's now pitting and also putting on a set of mediums. And how much time has he lost compared to Michi? Koto, meanwhile, has pitted for a set of hards because he has to. He started on mediums. So he will be the effective race leader, is Koto. And now, Brizza is right alongside Finsick, but he's on 9-lap older tires. Finsick is on his inside. Watch out, guys. You guys are teammates, and Brizza lets him go. So a team play between the Alfa Romeos. Brizza letting Finsick go.
Brizza is probably going to try and hold up Michi as long as possible.
Yeah, which is impossible. Different strategies, as Michi is...
He hit Brizanov, I believe.
He did. I'm pretty sure he just did. So this is brilliant news for Portugal, because I don't think either Brizza or Spectre to get points today.
Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. A new strategy is available on the MF.
We shall see if it's like a desync that me and Tommy had in DRL before, or is it an unintentional mistake. I don't think Mitch would have literally punted on the driver, but they are going side by side between Key Buckle and Flava, who on those hard tires just couldn't find the grip.
And Bonus is in the wall. He's out.
Oh my
This
goodness.
might be a safety car. Yep.
It is. And what a brilliant news for Brizza. A drive-through penalty for Koto Haksila.
And yes,
Speeding under the safety car for effective race leader, and he cannot get the drive-through penalty down under safety car conditions. So he has to pit as soon as the safety car comes in. And this will mean he will drop down to the back of the grid after looking so good to secure podium. What a terrible, terrible mistake from Kotopaxila. But now, Keep Bucklow. Softs. No. Even with a safety car, the soft cannot go to the end.
I think that's a really bad call. Yep. He will be quick at the beginning, but...
Penalty for Lars.
Ooh. Yep. And he even has front wing damage, because I've seen a front wing on track.
Yes, his left front end plate is gone, so that's another lead protagonist gone. And I think the safety car is ending at the end of this lap. So, who's going to get the jump here? Mitch is really close to the back of Finzig, who is going now. It's a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Mitchie. I mean, that should be removed both ways. Lars has already lost his position compared to Psycho and going around the outside of Mitchie, trying to challenge Finzig, but he's gone right himself. What's happening behind them? Psycho has kept his position over, or has passed Lars, I should say, into P3. Spice has kept his P5 and now right on the back of Lars, because Lars has half of his front wing gone. Flava, meanwhile, is right on the back of Keith Bucklow, who's right on the back of Nick. And now Brisbane is using all of his overtake, trying to move up the field here as Keek has lost it on himself. But Keith Bucklow is diving down inside of Nick, who turns in. They're making contact here, and Keith Bucklow goes through because he's on the soft tires. He needs to make as many positions as possible in the next 3 laps before the softs die off completely. Meanwhile, Flava defends off Brisbane. Echo is right on the back of Mitchie, using all of his overtake, trying to go past Mitchie into the next corner here. Is he going to dive it? Yes, he is, because Mitchie doesn't have a part of his front wing either. So Mitchie has also lost his left front end play. And this is great news for Finzig. Terrific news for Finzig. And Mitchie is now understeering into the wall through turn 9, I want to say. So maybe, just maybe, by the help of that safety car, Spice is going to get onto the podium today again as Flava goes down the inside of Nick on those medium tires compared to the hards and makes the position stick. Into P7 goes the Ferrari. Yeah, he pits. Mitchie pits.
Yep, Mitchie pits because of the front wing damage. Yep.
That is shocking for Mitchie. Both racing points. So unlucky today. He's retired.
And he retires. Yep.
Because even if he comes out of the pit, it will be P11, so far behind Baron Revenant. Brisbane is standing down inside of Nick. Through turn 16, Nick holds him off again. And Brisbane using the overtake down inside of turn 18. He has to make it, and Nick leaves him space. They're going side by side, coming out of turn 19, and Nick's hard tires. Oh, he dives it. That's... I mean...
That was his own mistake there.
And he takes both Abstract and Baron Revenant with him. Does Revenant have damage? Potentially. Abstract definitely doesn't. I think both of them are fine. Without visual damage at least, but Nick sends it too late into Brisbane and is paid the price for it. Finzig picks up a 3-second penalty. So now, Psycho is only 3.3 seconds behind Finzig. This is now the legit gap, I think, between Psycho and Finzig. And Spicy still couldn't pass last. He's on 0% overtake. Brisbane, meanwhile, has draft past Keith Bucklow with ease. Those soft tires
are now falling off. Yep.
Definitely not, and he's going to fall out of points here. Potentially. Spicy is looking again, but he's not close enough. He's going to look down the inside, but he has to back out of it. And now Flower will get a terrific exit as Revenant also passes Keith Bucklow, who's struggling on those soft tires and going around the outside of the Abstract, who he's just been put in the wall by Keith Bucklow in turn 7. I don't think Keith Bucklow... I think Keith Bucklow just never saw Abstract was around the outside.
That's what I wanted to say, yeah.
It definitely wasn't intentional, but you need to watch out. That could be a warning. Post-race, he's really struggling on those soft tires. They are gone now.
Yep, they are gone.
Remain patient here. You will get a better exit Abstract. And Keith Bucklow doesn't have DRS, so this is going to be yours in the next corner. And he did. Remain patient, and he's now down the inside, braking later into the corner. He's done it. Up into P8 goes Abstract. In terms of the actual results, Oh, tap! That's a tap from Spicy. He's tapped the rear end of last, and surely that's going to cost all of the time. And yes, Britain is within 3 seconds of last as well. Now Spicy finally looks down the inside, but he's not brave enough. At last, just as that extra ounce of straight line speed of the engine power to hold off the Red Bull behind him, and the Red Bull makes a mistake through turn 17. But there's just no way through in Singapore. Britain now is only 1.5 seconds behind Flower. Oh, Koto has passed Key Buckler. Those soft tires may be passed by the hearts of Nick in a second. Now passes Key Buckler, and Key Buckler is doing 150.1. He's got 0%, he's got 100% tire wear now probably. So hards are still better than the softs. And now Spicy is all over the place, and Flava is getting frustrated. Flava is getting really frustrated. And Britain, if I am you, I'm gonna back out of this one because they're going side by side into turn 1. Spicy brakes later. Around the outside goes Spicy. He's trying to hold his P4 on track, but he's gonna be pushed wide here. On the exit, they're still level. Who's gonna get DRS on the next straight? This is crucial. They're level coming into turn 5, and Britain will get the perfect cutback as Flava slides and almost crashed into the back of Spicy. The side of Spicy, I should say. Spicy's on the inside. Don't close the door. Still Britain going around the outside. It's 3 the testament. And they all make contact, and Britain took full advantage. Happy the P4 goes Britain, but that was fascinating on the final lap of the race. Finsick has 4 corners to go to take his maiden victory in this season.
And Britain is within the 3 at the moment.
He is. Finsick comes out of the final corner. He takes the victory.
Oh, no.
In
Britain
Singapore,
hits the wall.
he does. And Cycle will, in the game, be P1, but Britain is out of the 3-second window. It all depends on whether Lars will get his 5 seconds removed now, because finishes only 4.7 seconds ahead of Lars, as Remington finishes, oh my goodness, 41,000 ahead of Spicy. So for now, Cycle wins this race ahead of Finsick, and Britain takes a P3, which will put him on 38 points, I want to say, so 5 points ahead of Portugal. Last takes P4 ahead of Baron Rabiner, who has a great drive coming from P14 to P5. Spicy having a lot of issues during this race, but still comes home in P6. So that will be 5 points? I think 5 points. So he will be also a point ahead of Portugal. So Portugal will drop down to P3 in the championship. Flava finishes in P7 ahead of Kodo Paxida, who must be kicking himself for that speeding under the safety car that gives him a drive-through penalty. Nick finishes in P9 ahead of Abstractify, who struggled really badly early on, especially on the first lap, but he settled down, and it's a great comeback drive from the Ferrari driver to take the final point of the race. Kibaklo, meanwhile, finishes in P11 ahead of Pucci, who did take the fastest lap and will also be rewarded a point for that. And he is ahead of Kiges, who's ahead of Luca Michikriko, Boneless, and Jordan, and all of them retired in the race.